You keep feeling it in your spirit, don't you? That tension that refuses to let go, that urgency you can't explain, that invisible pressure that keeps tightening. It's not your imagination, it's me. I'm the one unsettling your comfort, interrupting your silence, and stirring your sleep because time is shorter than you think. You've delayed long enough, Chosen One, and this is no longer about options, it's about obedience. You are standing at the edge of something irreversible, and while the world still sleeps, I'm waking you up. You can't afford to hesitate anymore, not when what I've placed in you is tied to destinies beyond your own. You've been marked for this moment, and if you don't act, the window will not wait for you. I'm not warning you, I'm calling you, and you must respond now. You've asked me for clarity, and I've given it again and again. Through dreams, through whispers, through the doors I opened and the ones I slammed shut. But you've treated divine instructions like suggestions, and time has run thin. Every delay has cost you, and I allowed it, not to punish you, but to prove to you that your way leads in circles. The next step won't be handed to you in comfort. It will come through obedience. Act before the moment is gone, because I will not wait forever for a yes that keeps getting postponed. Chosen One, this urgency isn't fear-based, it's heaven-based. Delay will rob you, disobedience will cost you, and silence will close doors that were once wide open. Move now, before what was possible becomes inaccessible. I've shown you glimpses, just enough to stir you, just enough to make it impossible to go back to sleep. You felt the pull but kept reasoning yourself out of it. You wanted signs, I gave you confirmations. You asked for direction, I gave you encounters. You've seen too much, known too much, felt too much to still pretend you're unsure. That feeling in your chest that won't let you rest? That's me. I won't compete with your distractions any longer. I'm separating you. Not because I'm cruel, but because the next instruction demands undivided attention. You can't afford to be half awake anymore. What I'm doing in your life will not wait for your schedule. The war that's been raging around you is not random. It's a battle over your obedience. Hell has fought you hardest not when you were weak, but when you were closest to surrender. That's why the resistance increased. That's why your mind has been under attack, your clarity clouded, your peace disrupted, because your yes is dangerous. Every delay has only magnified the weight of what's at stake. I'm not preparing you for a normal life. I'm launching you into something history can't ignore, but it cannot begin until you obey. You keep waiting for me to move, but I'm waiting for you to act. The moment you say yes in full, the atmosphere around you will shift instantly. Your obedience isn't just about you. It's about what I've woven into your bloodline. You are the breaker of cycles, the answer to prayers generations deep. If you don't move, what's meant to flow through you stops. This isn't just about opportunity, it's about legacy. The enemy has kept you tangled in distractions to prevent you from realizing how strategic you are to my plan. You're not just anointed, you're aligned with something eternal. The reason the attacks feel personal is because your calling is. This isn't random warfare, it's targeted opposition. But what they didn't realize is that their resistance only confirmed your rank in the spirit. Chosen One, rise up and step into your assignment before the oil dries up. Do you understand now? Every closed door was protection. Every rejection was redirection. Every delay was a divine setup, not to stop you, but to reveal how much depends on your movement. I haven't changed my mind about you, but you must change your posture toward me. I need your full surrender, not your partial attempts. I need action, not excuses. I'm not moved by emotion. I'm moved by obedience. You've cried long enough. You've questioned long enough. You've hesitated long enough. This is your moment, and it will not be extended indefinitely. Move before the next door closes. Stop assuming there will always be another chance. There are assignments that expire. There are windows that close. There are moments that were made for your faith, not your delay. If you miss it, I will still love you, but I will raise someone else. Yes, I said it. Because I'm not moved by need. I'm moved by trust. You've been chosen, but choosing me back requires more than belief. It demands obedience. You must decide, Chosen One. Will you move with me, or will you watch someone else step into what was once yours? My favor is here, but it's tied to obedience, not entitlement. This is not the time to blend in. This is the time to break out. The clock is ticking, and the atmosphere is shifting. If you've been waiting for confirmation, this is it. You already know what I'm telling you to do. You already feel the urgency in your bones. This is not just about alignment, it's about survival. What's coming to the earth will shake everything that's not rooted in me. But if you move now, you will not just survive, you will lead. You will stand while others fall. You will move in power while others remain paralyzed. Chosen one, act before time expires, because it's really happening. You've been feeling the shift, haven't you? The atmosphere around you is no longer the same, and your spirit knows it. What used to bring you comfort now feels stale. What once entertained you now agitates you. That's not restlessness, it's divine discontent. I've removed the appetite for the ordinary because what I've called you to is anything but. You can't walk in this new assignment with old appetites. The places you used to find ease will now stir up frustration because I'm breaking your dependence on them. Chosen one, this agitation is sacred. It's my way of preparing you to step forward, not fall back. You are being provoked into purpose. There are people still trying to get your attention, still pulling on you to stay where you were. But I've already moved, and I'm not back there anymore. If you choose to stay connected to what I've already left, you will miss what I'm now doing. I've warned you through weariness. I've spoken through inner conviction. I've allowed certain connections to collapse, not to hurt you, but to free you. The ones you keep trying to hold on to cannot carry the weight of where you're going. You keep praying for peace, but I'm offering purpose, and sometimes that means walking away from what's familiar. The cost is high, yes, but what's coming is worth every ounce of discomfort. Trust me when I say, letting go is how you make room. You've outgrown who you used to be, and that's why it feels like everything around you is tightening. I've been pressing you, not to punish you, but to position you. Your environment has become too small for what I've placed inside you. I'm expanding your capacity, stretching your faith, and increasing your vision. But you keep trying to fit it all back into a space I've already outgrown for you. It won't work. That tightness you feel, it's not anxiety, it's contraction. I'm birthing something through you, and the pressure is the proof. You're not being crushed, you're being delivered into destiny. And every ounce of this pressure has purpose. Stay with me. I'm almost ready to release you. There's been a countdown in the spirit, and you've felt it. You don't need another sermon or another sign. You need to act. Chosen one, the time is now. I've already equipped you, already spoken, already confirmed. Now I'm watching to see if you trust me enough to move. You don't need perfect clarity to obey. What you need is holy courage. Because your delay doesn't protect you, it exposes you. The enemy has been banking on your hesitation. He knows that every day you wait is a day of power unused. But the moment you move, heaven moves with you. This isn't just your turning point, it's your launching point. Let's lock this in. Tap the like button if this is hitting your spirit. Subscribe so you never miss what I reveal next. Comment 55 below. It's your code for covenant, new beginnings, and divine alignment. You've been chosen to interrupt generational patterns, not repeat them. That's why your life doesn't fit the mold. That's why you've always felt different. The same systems that worked for others will fail for you, because I didn't call you to blend in, I called you to break out. The standard is higher for you, not because I'm harsh, but because the mantle is heavier. There's a weight to your calling, and that weight requires a different level of discipline. You can't walk like everyone else, talk like everyone else, or think like everyone else, because you're not like everyone else. You're chosen. And that means the pressure isn't punishment, it's preparation for leadership. You've got to stop negotiating with fear. It will never offer you peace. Fear doesn't bargain, it binds. Every time you hesitate, fear gets stronger. Every time you overthink, doubt gets louder. But when you move in faith, fear has no footing. I've already gone ahead of you, made the way, cleared the path. You're not stepping into the unknown, you're stepping into the already prepared. Trust me, even when it doesn't make sense, especially when it doesn't make sense. The breakthrough isn't coming through logic, it's coming through obedience. The miracle won't happen until you move. Everything you've been through was part of the strategy. The heartbreak, the confusion, the delays, they were not in vain. I used them to build endurance, to sharpen your discernment, and to make sure your roots went deep. Now, when the wind comes, you won't be shaken. You've been fortified for this very moment. You thought you were being buried, but you were being planted, and now the harvest is near, but it still depends on your movement. I gave you the seed, I gave you the soil, and now I'm waiting for you to sow. Act now and you will see the fruit faster than you imagined. I'm not just after your yes, I'm after your action. Saying yes is only the beginning. Stepping out is where the real faith begins. You keep praying for me to move, but heaven is waiting on you. You have authority, chosen one. Stop acting like a victim when I've given you victory. Stop stalling when I've given you strategies. Everything you need is already in your hands. It's time to use it. Step forward, and I will confirm your obedience with undeniable results. But if you delay, you'll forfeit the momentum I've built around you. This is not a threat, it's a truth. And the truth will either set you in motion or leave you behind. The alignment you've been sensing isn't luck, it's me. I've been orchestrating situations, conversations, and even delays to position you exactly where you need to be. You didn't miss it. You were being timed perfectly. Every detour was strategic. Every silence was instructional. Every setback was a setup. You're not late, chosen one. You're right on time for what I've ordained. But now that the alignment is complete, it's time for you to move into place. The moment to watch is over. The moment to walk is here. You've been prepared in private for a public release. That's why the isolation felt so intense. I wasn't ignoring you. I was incubating you, shielding you from voices that would have stunted your growth, separating you from environments that would have contaminated your anointing. You thought you were forgotten, but you were hidden on purpose. When the world didn't see you, I did. When others overlooked you, I was training you. And now, the preparation is complete. It's time for unveiling, not to be seen, but to be sent. Do not confuse comfort with confirmation. Just because it feels safe doesn't mean it's sacred. Some of the most powerful moves I've made began in moments of complete discomfort. Abraham had to leave everything familiar. Moses had to confront what he feared. Esther had to risk it all. And now, chosen one, so must you. Stop waiting for the feeling to match the instruction. Obedience isn't always comfortable, but it's always right. You'll feel the peace once you've stepped, not before. The comfort comes after the courage. You've already outgrown the version of yourself that's settled. That's why your desires are shifting, your thoughts are deeper, and your dreams more intense. I'm rewiring you internally for a future you've never seen before. You won't fit where you used to go because you were never meant to stay there. That's why conversations are drying up. That's why certain people no longer resonate with you. I'm pruning your circle for where I'm taking you. This next level requires focus, and familiarity is your biggest threat. Trust the shift. It's me. You were born for a time such as this, not just to survive it, but to shape it. There are assignments on the earth that can only be completed through your obedience. Yes, you. The one who doubts, the one who second guesses, the one who feels unqualified. That's exactly why I chose you, because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You don't need to be confident in yourself. Be confident in me. I'm not asking for your perfection. I'm asking for your participation. What I've placed in you isn't fragile. It's fire. And it's time for it to burn. You've been given something heaven is watching, time. And what you do with it now will determine what unfolds next. You don't have the luxury of treating divine moments casually anymore. Every hour matters. Every step is sacred. Every act of obedience is multiplied. This is not the time for passive belief. It's the time for prophetic movement. I am calling you to steward this moment as if eternity depended on it, because in some ways it does. The ripple effect of your yes is more massive than you know. Move like lives are attached to it, because they are. The signs are all around you, doors opening with ease, favor showing up unannounced, opportunities aligning without force. This isn't coincidence, it's confirmation. But if you wait too long, those doors will not remain open. I'm a God of timing, and the timing is now. You don't need to force anything, but you do need to move. Faith without movement is dead. I've cleared the path, but you have to walk it. I've placed the promise, but you have to pursue it. I've released the word, but you have to respond. Chosen one, this is not rehearsal, it's the real thing. What's happening in your life isn't just emotional or motivational, it's prophetic. This moment was written before you were born, and now it's unfolding in real time. Don't shrink back. Don't wait for applause. Don't look for validation. Your obedience is enough. Heaven is behind you. Angels are assigned to you. And I, the Lord your God, have gone before you. Move now, before the moment closes, before time expires. You keep waiting for the right conditions, but what you don't see is that I already created them. They may not look how you expected, but they are exactly what you need. The discomfort, the tension, the silence, each one is a part of my perfect preparation. I didn't promise ease, I promised alignment. And what you're walking into now is divine timing disguised as disruption. Don't miss it. The inconvenience you're feeling is actually the invitation. The window is open, chosen one, but it won't stay open forever. This next move won't be popular, but it will be prophetic. You won't have a crowd cheering you on. You won't have the approval of everyone you love. But you'll have me, and that's enough. I don't call you to fit in. I call you to stand out. You were never meant to move with the masses. You were built to carry something they don't understand. Stop seeking comfort in consensus. What I've placed in you was never designed to be explained. It was designed to be obeyed. The more you wait for understanding, the more you'll miss the miracles. I've already whispered it to you in the quiet. You know what to do. You know what I've been prompting, pressing, and preparing you for. But your fear of failure has been louder than my voice. Chosen one, silence the noise. Quiet the chaos. I'm still speaking loud and clear. You don't need another word. You need to obey the last one. Delayed obedience has already cost you ground, but mercy says you still have a chance. Don't waste it. Move before the weight of disobedience becomes heavier than the risk of stepping out. Obedience is your protection. The instruction I gave you isn't just directional, it's protective. You think it's about movement, but it's about survival. I see what's coming, and I'm positioning you now to avoid what's about to hit the earth. The alignment isn't random, it's rescue. The shift isn't punishment, it's preservation. When I tell you to move, it's not a suggestion, it's a shield. Trust me when the path makes no sense. My instructions are not based on logic, they're rooted in omniscience. What I see, you don't. But if you trust me, you'll be safe. You keep asking me for peace, but you'll only find it on the other side of obedience. I'm not handing you a feeling, I'm offering you a strategy. The peace you long for will come when you stop wrestling with me. You cannot remain in rebellion and expect rest. Peace is not the absence of trouble, it's the presence of obedience. When you move in, my timing, you carry a peace that confuses the enemy. That peace isn't fragile, it's fortified. It will sustain you through every challenge, every battle, every delay. But you must step into it by obeying what you already know. You don't need to fear what's next. I've already walked through it. I stand in your future while calling you from your present. Nothing ahead of you is greater than the one who goes before you. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be warfare. But there will also be favor, provision, and protection that defy understanding. I don't call you without covering you. I don't send you without surrounding you. Every step you take in obedience releases a layer of my provision. You won't lack anything on the path I've chosen. Stop saying you're not ready. I know what I placed in you. You've been trained in hiddenness, refined in fire, and prepared through pain. That wasn't wasted. It was all part of your equipping. You thought I was silent, but I was sharpening you. You thought I was absent, but I was aligning everything around you. Now is the moment to activate everything I've placed within. Your gifts, your voice, your anointing. Use them. The world needs what I put in you, but they won't see it until you move. You're not just running out of time, you're standing at the threshold of transformation. This is your moment to cross over, to walk into the unknown with unwavering trust, to silence the doubt and obey me without compromise. I'm not asking for partial steps, I'm asking for full surrender. Everything changes when you move. Don't let what you don't know rob you of what I've already said. This is your now moment, your crossing point, your call to act before time expires, because yes, it's really happening. You are not being tested, you are being trusted. Trusted with timing, with territory, with truth. That's why the pressure has increased, not because you failed, but because you're carrying something weighty. I only stretch what I intend to strengthen. I only press what I intend to pour out. What feels like breaking is really birthing. Chosen one, I'm not punishing you. I'm proving you. You've passed tests in silence. You've endured warfare with no applause. And now I am confirming in the open what I've already settled in the spirit. You're ready. Don't minimize the urgency you feel. It's divine. You're not overreacting. You're responding. What others call intensity, I call awareness. What they label strange, I call chosen. You're not called to be casual. You're called to be catalytic. I didn't wire you for comfort. I wired you for fire. That unease you feel isn't anxiety. It's activation. Your spirit knows the time has come. Your obedience is overdue, and everything is depending on your yes. You're not going to miss it, but you must move now. What I've reserved for you cannot be claimed by anyone else, but it can be delayed by indecision. You keep asking if it's too late. No, but it's almost. You still have a window, but it is narrowing. I am gracious, but I am also just, and I will not extend seasons indefinitely. That door I opened won't remain open forever. I've aligned people, resources, and moments to meet you on the path of obedience. If you don't walk it now, you'll lose the momentum that only exists in this hour. You've grown too much to stay small. You've healed too much to keep hiding. You've prayed too long to remain passive. This is not the time to second guess. It's time to step out and take what I've shown you. There's no confirmation coming louder than the one I've already planted inside of you. Your discernment isn't lying to you. That deep sense you keep trying to shake, that's my signal. Trust it. I'm not asking you to figure everything out. I'm asking you to follow what I've made clear. The enemy has been distracting you with the illusion of safety. He wants you bound to the familiar, trapped in the known. But what I've called you to is on the other side of obedience, not comfort. You will not experience my fullness until you step outside of the old. Chosen one, safety is not your source, I am. Don't let the past hold your present hostage. Don't let fear become your decision maker. I've called you to walk by faith, not familiarity. And this step is your breakout. You've asked me to reveal more, but I'm asking you to obey what I already revealed. I'm not going to repeat myself when you haven't moved on the first word. Heaven isn't silent. It's waiting. Waiting for your agreement, your movement, your obedience. This is not about clarity anymore. It's about courage. You don't need another prophecy. You need to activate the one you already received. That dream, that burden, that urgency, it's your map. Now move. Your impact is time-sensitive. There are lives on the other side of your yes. There are miracles connected to your movement. There are chains that won't break until you obey. Stop thinking it's just about you. It's not. I'm raising you for the sake of others. Your obedience will unlock things in bloodlines, break cycles in families, and shift regions, but none of it can happen until you act. This isn't about inspiration, it's about instruction. And I've given it already. You've waited long enough. You've fasted, prayed, cried, and questioned. Now the answer is here, and it requires action. You're not waiting on me anymore. I am waiting on you. I've positioned everything around your obedience. The moment you move, things will accelerate. Things will align. Things will explode into motion. Don't miss the surge. Don't miss your now. Chosen one, act before time expires, because what I've been preparing is finally here. You were born to interrupt patterns, not repeat them. That's why your life has always felt like friction. You couldn't fit in even when you tried. You've always known there was something different, something set apart, something sacred about your existence. That wasn't imagination. That was ordination. I marked you early, shielded you when you didn't even know you were in danger, and led you through fires meant to refine, not destroy you. The tension you've lived through has been the training ground for your assignment, and now it's time to use what was forged in the fire. You're not just free, you're ready. The next move won't just affect your life, it will echo through generations. This isn't small, this isn't shallow, this isn't about convenience, this is about covenant. I've placed a legacy inside of you that cannot be built without obedience. I'm not just trying to bless you, I'm trying to build through you. I'm setting up something bigger than your comfort zone can handle. That's why you've been feeling stretched. That's why it's felt so weighty you're carrying something eternal. And eternity requires urgency. You're still underestimating how powerful your obedience is. You think it's just a job, just a conversation, just a message, but I see nations attached to it. One yes can shift atmospheres. One step can cancel a generational curse. One act of obedience can bring deliverance to people you've never met. You're not just walking, you're triggering movement in the spirit. Heaven responds when you move. Chains break when you act. I move through you, not around you. Stop calling it small when I've already called it sacred. The reason the warfare has increased is because the impact is closer. You're not being attacked for where you are, you're being fought for where you're going. Hell knows your next step is dangerous. That's why distractions are louder, delays feel heavier, and doubt seems stronger. But don't you dare back down. You've come too far, you've survived too much. You've healed through battles others didn't make it through. Chosen one, act now, not because it's easy, but because you were born for this moment. You are an answer to a question the earth has been asking. That ache you feel for more, that burden that won't go away. It's heaven placing you in position. You're not waiting for purpose. Purpose has been waiting for you. The urgency is divine. The fire you feel is real. Don't let comfort kill your calling. Don't let familiarity rob you of fulfillment. It's time to act, not analyze. This is your launch window. Miss it, and the orbit shifts. Catch it, and your life will never be the same. I'm not sending you without supply. I've already prepared provision ahead of your obedience. The door is already open. The key is your movement. I don't need you to have it all figured out. I just need you to go. When you move, the resources will appear. When you obey, the answers will arrive. Faith doesn't see the full staircase. It takes the first step. And I've called you to walk, not crawl, not delay. Walk with boldness. Walk with confidence. Walk like you know I'm with you. Stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, what if I succeed? You're afraid of the wrong outcome. You keep rehearsing the risk, but ignoring the reward. You think your past disqualifies you, but it was part of your preparation. I use broken vessels because they leak grace. I use scarred people because they carry power. Your pain didn't ruin you, it refined you, and now that fire you walked through is fuel. Let it drive you, let it push you, let it move you into destiny. Chosen one, this is not rehearsal, this is your real-time release. Everything is shifting. The atmosphere is opening. The instruction is clear. Obey now, and you'll see favor like you've never imagined. Delay, and you'll feel the weight of what was missed. I love you, but I will not force you. This is your moment to act before time expires, because the release you've been waiting for is waiting on you. You were not created for hesitation. You were created for holy momentum. That stirring inside you is not a suggestion, it's a command. I'm igniting the urgency because time is no longer something you can afford to waste. You've waited, watched, and wondered, but now I'm requiring movement. The prompting won't stop until you obey, and the heaviness you feel won't lift until you release what I've placed in you. It's time to act, not later, not someday, now. You've crossed into the hour of execution. Heaven is ready. The earth is waiting. It's your move. Your environment is shifting because I've started moving things to align with your yes. The discomfort isn't random. It's prophetic positioning. You're being stirred out of the place of delay, and I'm not letting you settle. You've prayed for purpose, cried for confirmation, and asked for a sign. Now I'm pushing you forward because everything you asked for is tied to this next step. The time for asking is over. The time for acting is now. The ones who move in this moment will be the ones who lead in the next. Chosen one, don't just sense the shift, become it. Obedience in this hour is your access to overflow. I'm not just trying to deliver you, I'm trying to deploy you. The resources you've been waiting on are not missing. They're waiting at the place of obedience. As soon as you step, you'll see provision. As soon as you obey, you'll see the breakthrough. This isn't about striving. It's about stepping into what's already been prepared. You don't have to force anything. I've already arranged it. Just walk through what I've opened. Just say yes to what I've already made clear. You've been afraid of being wrong. But what you should be more concerned about is being late. You've allowed doubt to hold the pen on a story I authored. You've allowed fear to direct steps I already ordered. It's time to reclaim the narrative. I'm not asking you to leap in blindness. I'm asking you to move in faith. That nudge, that impulse, that fire in your bones, that's me. Stop running from the feeling and step into the fulfillment. Your obedience is the key, and the lock is time-sensitive. Before we keep going, take a quick second, like the video. Subscribe so you don't miss what I reveal next. Drop 55 in the comments. It's your sign of covenant and divine alignment. I've been speaking through your circumstances because you've ignored my whispers. That shut door, that unreturned call, that lost opportunity, they weren't failures, they were reroutes. I closed those paths so you wouldn't waste more time. You keep calling them losses, but I call them interventions. I'm guiding you into purpose even when it feels like rejection. Trust that my no is just as strategic as my yes. Every denial was divine protection. Now that you're listening, don't waste time second-guessing. Act. You are the open door someone else is praying for. There's someone whose breakthrough is attached to your obedience, someone whose healing is tied to your boldness, someone whose deliverance is waiting on your yes. Don't let fear convince you you're not important. You are a link in a divine chain. If you don't move, they stay bound. If you don't speak, they stay stuck. If you don't act, they miss alignment. This is bigger than your comfort. It's about their calling too. Move, not just for you, but for them. The next thing I do in your life will be public, but it depends on your private obedience. I will not elevate what's disobedient. I will not bless what refuses to move. I've placed too much inside you to let you keep burying it in excuses. I'm pulling you forward, not to shame you, but to activate you. You've stayed hidden long enough. You've stayed passive too long. Now I'm igniting the urgency because you're about to miss the moment if you don't move. And this moment won't repeat. Chosen one, this is your charge. This is your now. Act before time expires. You've reached the moment where everything changes, not because the world shifts, but because you do. This is the place where obedience breaks the curse, where movement dismantles delay, and where trust overrules fear. I've brought you to this edge on purpose, not to tease you with what could be, but to usher you into what will be if you obey. You've waited long enough, questioned long enough, and resisted long enough. Now is the moment for full surrender. If you step, I will secure it. If you move, I will multiply it. If you say yes with action, not just intention, you will unlock what has been withheld until now. This is not an ending, it's an entrance. You are not disqualified. You're appointed, not forgotten, but hidden for the reveal, not delayed, but developed for deployment. I didn't bring you through the fire just to leave you at the edge. I brought you through because the fire was your activation. Every scar, every silence, every season of isolation, none of it was wasted. You are more ready than you feel. You are more equipped than you believe. You are standing in front of doors that won't open by hoping. They open by moving. You don't need to see the whole picture to obey the next instruction. You just need to trust that I don't miss. Stop looking backward. Nothing ahead of you looks like what you lost. The past is no longer your reference point. Your future is not a continuation of old patterns. It's a clean break. I'm not reforming who you were. I'm launching who you are. Every fear, every doubt, every excuse, lay it down now. It has no place where you're going. The next season requires a lighter load. You can't carry comparison, people-pleasing, or indecision into your destiny. You must choose me fully, move quickly, and obey without flinching. This is the threshold of transformation, and crossing it will change everything. Chosen one, this is the call. You've heard my voice. You've felt the urgency. You've seen the signs. Now it's your moment, not just to believe, but to become. Act before time expires, because it's really happening. And if you move now, nothing will be able to stop what I've set in motion for you.